The senses and plants that appeal to each specifically generally overlap. Like a Venn diagram, smell and taste are intertwined, while texture engages the eyes as much as the touch receptors of the fingertips. Apples, pears, and quince seem to be designed for grasping in the palm of the human hand. A pear might look ripe on the tree, but if the stalk doesn't bend off with a snap, it needs longer. A quince, looking somewhat like an oversized yellow pear, is rock hard and needs heat to soften the flesh. Its scent gives quince the edge. After bringing some fruit indoors, its presence is announced by a lingering perfume. Smells of degrading are not always so pleasant. An aging cabbage gives off a kind of gas, which means it is best eaten immediately after harvesting. Sight, smell, and touch pave the way to taste. Experiencing food as it grows is a way of understanding its unhurried progression to the optimum moment of ripeness and flavor. On nurturing a radish from seed to plate, it becomes clear why some fresh food devotees will eat a salad lightly dressed with their fingers. They are going for the full taste and texture immersion. When growing plants for one sense, an appreciation of the other four will follow. Instead of choosing a single type of rose or lily over another, go all out, growing loads. You might have chosen some because of a passion for their fragrance, but may soon realize that you prize their texture and the way they look as well. Against a wall or fence, you might grow a group of hollyhocks in a variety of colors because they are natural companions for buildings. But you'll soon become engrossed in the pollen-spilling activities of bumblebees as they crawl all over the anthers, as well as noticing how each bud slowly opens from the bottom of the plant upwards. Foxgloves develop in the same way, are good in an unregulated group, and seem to be designed to fit snugly around a bumblebee rather than the paw of a fox. More is more. Gardening for the senses is about profusion rather than precision. In a thoughtful essay on houses and gardens at the turn of the 19th century, Robert Louis Stevenson advised that, rather than try to orchestrate nature, the gardener should be an idler, leaving well alone. Except, that is, in a kitchen garden, the perfect place for people who want to be busy. An area of productivity where flowers mix freely with fruit and vegetables is a kind of heaven for all the senses. Because diversity is so important for soil and plant health, a mixed garden, whether or not it is given the prefix kitchen, is a good thing to strive for from the smallest space upwards. Planting can be based on flavour, or looks, or both. Courgettes, currant bushes, and strawberries do a wonderful job of covering bare earth, stabilizing soil, attracting pollinators, feeding birds. There is no pressure to eat it all yourself. Abundant produce and seeds can be shared with other people. Generosity is good for you and is said to be one of the keys to happiness. When you begin to get out of the habit of throwing everything in the bin, the compost heap is a happy destination for garden or kitchen waste. Slow down. Observing the cycle of life is about slowing down, and a micro view of the world is a way of engaging all the senses. Recognizing beneficial insects that do not advertise their virtues as easily as bees and butterflies is one way of letting go and stepping back, confident in the knowledge that predators were keeping pest populations in check long before insecticide was invented. Seeing your outside space in close-up brings new meaning to small gardens, driveways, and even rubble. If you see local wildflowers and self-seeded plants as useful ground cover, rather than nuisance weeds, then there will be more to look at, as well as to hear, with the earliest spring bumblebees joined later by hoverflies, ladybirds, and parasitic wasps, which also have their uses.